Are we already having fun? The large arcs of hot rubber on the asphalt attest to the fact that James clearly appears to be. But even though the i4 and I are lapping nearly at the same speed, the traction, lateral adhesion, and straight-line performance of the electric vehicle are so impressive that I'm having trouble identifying any cunning aspects of the BMW. There are no elegant sides of straight, 6 expressions of machine-human harmony engraved into the asphalt here. There isn't any evidence at all that this car is enjoying this type of driving, in fact. Which evidence is that M's engineers are wizards? After a few slow circuits to allow our brakes to cool, we turned off the track as fans whirred and gummed up tires chewed on loose grit. James drops his window while grinning like a joker and says, honestly, it's a miracle. This vehicle is evidence that M's engineers are wizards, just like the M5 CS I drove last year. Witchcraft is quick yet also incredibly approachable and exploitable. M Division is more in need of a miracle than ever, with 50 years of mostly entrancing automobiles behind it. Of course, there will be electrification, and with it will come difficult questions that would make Paxman blush. Given that EVs are already heavy, how can a genuinely M power-to-weight ratio be delivered? How should an M car feel now that it doesn't have an engine in its nose and a pop shaft spinning beneath your elbow for the first time since the anomalous mid-engined M1? When the engine is basically devoid of sound and feel, how can the driver be fully immersed in what M-boss Frank Van Meel refers to as the driver/vehicle/road feedback loop? The new 2021 BMW i4 M50 is not an internal competitor for the legendary BMW M3 and M4 sedan and coupe rockets, despite having more power and torque, accelerating just as insanely quickly and costing less. BMW agrees and appears a little baffled that the connection would even be made. According to the official line of reasoning, the twin-turbo 6-cylinder M3 and M4, which were launched in Australia this year, in their most recent big-grilled incarnation and full-fledged M vehicles. The i4 4-door coupe battery electric range's flagship, the BMW i4 M50, which will be available in Australia in the first quarter of 2022, is only an M performance variant. According to Whelan Brunch, a representative for BMW Electromobility, this means it comes with enhanced capabilities for sporty driving on public roads, but was not developed for racetrack use, even though it is capable in that setting. According to the manufacturer, only BMW M3 and M4 were developed with full racetrack potential in mind, and their highly concentrated overall weight reflects that while still delivering superb day-to-day riding attributes. I'm delighted that has been resolved. However, considering that the i4 M50 has 400 kilowatts and 795 Nm and can reach 100 kilometers per hour in 3.9 seconds, it is understandable why there would be some comparisons and cross-shopping. The top-of-the-line M3 and M4 competition models generate 375 kilowatts at 650 Nm and sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.9 seconds. Okay, I see. The size difference between them is also minimal. The i4 is up to 50 mm and a little more wider and higher, and 11 mm shorter. What about the wheelbase? The main support structure for the car. At 2,856 mm, it is 1 mm shorter. Okay, as Bruch noted, there is one significant distinction here. The i4 M50 is the first entirely electric performance vehicle from BMW M, which gives it a clear advantage over the company's combustion engine BMW M3 and M4. Yes, the M3 and M4 are powered by a bi-turbo 3.0-liter straight-six petrol engine driving the rear wheels, while the i40 M50 has 2 e-motors and all-wheel drive. Additionally, the i4 is nearly 500 kilograms heavier than the M3 sedan and M4 coupe. That must hurt. Pricing is a key differential and one that could help the i4 M50, which is positioned at $124,900, plus on-road expenses gain more appeal. The current M3 and M4 price range is $144,900 to $159,900 plus ORCs. Pricing for the new M3 and M4 with X-Drive all-wheel drive, including a convertible, will top out at $176,900 plus ORCs when they go on sale later this year. The 0 to 100 km per hour acceleration times will fall into 3.5 seconds for the hardtops and 3.7 seconds for the drop top, giving the performance advantage back to the combustion engine vehicle, even though power and torque will remain unchanged. Bruch stated that i4 M50 drivers would instead receive alternative forms of compensation. He asserted that the i4 M50 will provide outstanding performance and handling while balancing the various dynamic requirements and elements influenced by the integration of electric motors and batteries. For instance, we chose to use air suspension only at the back of the car in order to give the driving characteristics that are uniquely BMW, as well as a level of safety that is not dependent on the load conditions posed by the overall vehicle design. Among its other significant distinctions from the BMW M twin-power turbo inline six-cylinder engines found in the BMW M3 and M4 is a different sound produced by its electric drivetrain. But because of the work we did during development to produce an emotive aural experience, it has its own personality. As part of our BMW M Iconic Sounds electric offering, we worked with Academy Award-winning composer Hans Zimmer and BMW sound designer Renzo Vitale to create a drive sound that is totally appropriate for the car's performance and capacity. So we're going to start with the BMW i4. The company's expanding EV offering must include the BMW i4 vehicle. It has a design of the 4 Series Grand Coupe and a battery powertrain with incredibly smooth driving qualities. 3 different i4 variants are available. The eDrive 35 has 281 horsepower and 260 miles of EPA range, while the eDrive 40 delivers 335 horsepower with an estimated 300 miles of driving. The first 2 models are single-motor rear drive. The distance is reduced to 245 miles when driving the fiery all-wheel drive 536 HP i4 M50. The fact that the latter has been handling and drives like an M3 is a tremendous compliment. In comparison to an M3 competition, the M50 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds, and from 50 to 70 miles per hour in just 2.0 seconds, outpacing the Beamer by 0.7 seconds. When not engaged in heart-pounding acceleration sessions, the i4 is an excellent daily driver. While lacking the steering feel we like in other M cars, it's an exciting and stylish sedan with a supple ride and extremely satisfying sports sedan handling. The BMW i4 was only introduced last year, so there aren't many modifications to the 2023 model's possibilities. A new entry-level eDrive 35 model has been added to the roster. It claims to have a 260-mile range with a smaller 66.0 kWh battery pack. BMW offers exclusive M50 years emblems for the i4 M50, 18-inch M bicolor midnight gray wheels with all-season tires that are no longer offered. The Iconic Sounds electric option, which enables a variety of synthesized sounds to be produced through the car speakers and synced with acceleration, will not be included in the premium package. The eDrive 35 and eDrive 40 trims, which are less expensive and less powerful, are not as good as the higher performance M50. The M-badged model adds 19-inch wheels as standard equipment and a more commanding exterior. Additionally, it boasts a superbly adjusted suspension that enjoys aggressive driving while remaining serene and at ease in populated areas. The M variant also comes with upgraded brakes that include blue calipers, although their bigger, stickier tires perform better and look good. The optional 20-inch rims reduce the M50's estimated drive range from 270 to 227 miles. The premium package, ambient interior lighting, heated seats, and steering wheel lumbar support. One of the Vernasca leather options and individual options like adaptive LED headlights, ventilated front seats, a Harman Kardon sound system, and wireless charging would all improve the interior. Now we move on to the BMW M4. The M4 is the 2-door variant of the M3 sedan and offers excellent levels of comfort, luxury, and utility for daily driving, as well as a decently wide backseat if necessary. Power and grip are 2 areas where the BMW M4 shines. The M4 comes standard with a powerful 473 HP twin-turbo inline-6 engine, a 6-speed manual transmission, and rear-wheel drive. The M4 competition models feature 503 HP. An 8-speed automatic transmission is the only one equipped with the optional X-Drive all-wheel drive system and is an option for both variants. There is even a brand new track attack model, the 543 HP M4 CSL, which loses the back seat to reduce weight. Finding a configuration you're comfortable with is made more difficult by the overwhelming number of driving modes that regulate powertrain and chassis configurability. Despite the criticism, the M4 is a unique vehicle. Massive amounts of power and torque, as well as a manual transmission option, bring back memories of why M vehicles were once so outstanding. The M4 portfolio of the Bavarian Corporation now includes the CSL Limited Edition track-focused variant from BMW. The M4 CSL is touted to weigh 240 pounds lighter than the M4 competition, while gaining a massive 40 HP for a total of 543 horsepower. The rear seats of the coupe are sacrificed as part of the mass reduction attempt. A titanium exhaust system, a carbon fiber roof, hood and trunk, lightweight carbon fiber seats, and carbon ceramic brakes all contribute to additional weight savings. The engine and transmission mounts, among other suspension components, have been upgraded with tougher versions. Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R track tires are mounted on lighter 19 and 20-inch staggered wheels. The M4 competition is worth the extra money for a number of reasons, including more horsepower and torque and the availability of all-wheel drive. The only reason we'd pick the normal M4 is that it's the only one with a satisfying manual transmission. The M-Drive Professional package, which includes an onboard drift analyzer and lap time, and the M-Driver package, which unlocks a higher top speed and includes a one-day class for high-performance driving, are further options we'd consider.